Hello students, in today's video we are going to discuss something about how to get a good score in chemistry for your CET. Being a lecturer, when I interact with the students while teaching, I realized that most of the students, they have phobia about chemistry. And so, in order to overcome this, I started using different tricks and day-to-day life examples to make chemistry understand better and to every student's reach. Now what tricks, simple tricks, what we can use is, if you know the concept of electronegativity or if you have heard about electronegativity, then can I correlate the electronegativity concept with the game tug of war? What is that tug of war? There are two teams which are bonded through a rope. If I say the two teams, they are A and B, and the rope is the covalent bond, the shared pair of electron is at the center, then quite obvious the team or the atom which is more electronegative will pull the shared pair of electron towards itself, thus getting or making the bond polarized. Isn't it the concept easy and interesting to understand? Simple regular tricks I use while teaching so that students understand the concept better. So students, in today's lecture, we will see how to get a good score in CET and of course your 12th if you have a planned study of chemistry. Always remember that if you want to get a good score, it's not a one-night study, but it should be a consistent study right from the beginning of your 11th up to the 12th end. So each and every concept what you study must be thoroughly studied, thoroughly understood, and each depth of the concept must be known. Now, various questions what a student might get while preparing for CET. So I will be taking one by one questions. If some questions are missed out, you can just message me in the comment box. So let us see the first question. The first question is the weightage or the marks for your 11th and the 12th syllabus. So for your 12th or from your 12th syllabus, 40 marks they are asked and 11th 10 mark questions they are asked. It's very easy students. When I say it is 40 plus 10 means 80% is from 12 and 20% is from 11. So students are very happy because they neglect their 11th syllabus because it will be only for 20%. But this is where you all go wrong. If I ask a simple question, can a body stand erect without a proper and a strong backbone? The answer is no, because until and unless your backbone, I mean your basics, they are clear and strong enough, you cannot stand properly for your 12th or any competitive exam. So students, it's very important and mind this that your 11th basics must be thoroughly solved so that you can solve your 12th or you can understand your 12th concepts better. Now, the second question is which books to refer. If you are preparing only for your CET exams, then students only stick to your 11th and 12th government recommended HSC textbooks, and along with that you can have some of the additional reference books like your Navneet publications or any other target publications. But whatever reference book you select at the beginning, stick to it throughout your studies. Don't keep switching the books according to your friends or any other, because once you get used to the concepts, the ways of explaining the concept from a particular publication, stick to it so that the frequency matches throughout. So only advice is simple, your HSC 11-12 textbooks are sufficient enough to get a good score for CET. If you are doing a simultaneous study for your JEE, then please refer to NCERT textbook also along with your HSC books. Next question is how to study. This is a very important question, how to study. Once you are in the concepts, I will advise you that once you are in the half of the way, you please select interlinked chapters. What is the meaning of interlinked chapters? If you are aware of the syllabus, in 11th we have a chapter periodic table. If today I am studying periodic table, I'll finish off periodic table along with concepts and all possible shortcuts, and then I will go for S block, P block, D block, then for F block elements. So this is an interlinked study. If I am studying kinetics, then I will go for radioactivity chapter. So they all are interlinked chapters. So select interlinked chapters, what will help you to study the next chapter. Now how to study? If I start with a chapter, see to it that first I cover up the concept or the topic what is given. Then I will understand the problems, because the more you practice the problems, you more come closer to the concepts, at least for physical chemistry, because there are so many problems, they are concept based. So once you start with a particular topic, go up to its depth, try to find out some of the short questions what you can attempt. Always try to attempt easier questions first, then moderate, and then difficulty level should increase. This is what the flow of the study should be. Next question is, which topics they are important? As such, I cannot say which topic is important, because every time, every year, the pattern of the question goes on changing. Say for example, if I say some of the chapters from your 11th, that is mole concept, second is periodic table, quantum numbers, nature of chemical bonds or bonding, those chapters from your physical chemistry, they are very important. Next, what is important from organic chemistry? They are alkanes, alkenes, alkynes and aromatic compounds. Now students, why they are important? Because the main part, the very important concept is the IUPAC or the nomenclature of organic compounds. If you are 100% confident about the nomenclature of organic compounds, you can write any of the reaction from your organic chemistry. Now some revisions of course are required. I am coming to it. So those are the important chapters from your 11th. Next very important chapter from your 12th, they are your solutions, because there are colligative properties which are from again very important. So you have solutions, you have thermo means thermodynamics as well as thermochemistry. Next you have electrochemistry and kinetics. Very important chapter is P block, what you will cover. P block, various types of hybridization, various types of bond angles, distortions, geometry, what is interlinked to nature of chemical bonds. So those are the important chapters from physical. Let us see the important chapters from your organic. Very important to practice aldehydes and ketones. Then you have carboxylic acid. You have amines, halogen derivatives. They are very important lessons. Students, it's very difficult to remember all the reactions of organic. So I will advise you to make a chart, and on that chart make a proper way. That is, if I am moving from acid to aldehydes to ketones to alcohols, what type of reactions they are? They are reduction reactions. So which type of oxidizing agents I have to use? Or if I move from alcohol to ketone to aldehyde to acid, this is oxidation. So which type of reducing agent I have to use? So make a proper chart. What should be the medium, acidic, alkaline or neutral medium? Which type of reagents you have to use? Make a chart and go through it regularly. So this practice will only help you to understand your organic reactions. Now next is, as I said, that there are some lessons from your 12th where short questions they are asked. The chapters are polymers, you have biomolecules, chemistry in everyday life. Then you have isolation techniques from your C1. What is that isolation techniques? Is your metallurgical operations. Which type of technique is used for refining of some metals? So that is important, like Van Arkel's, Mons, those all refining processes. You need to know this. Froth flotation. So for which type of ores they are used. So they are short questions what are asked from those chapters. So make a thorough study of this. In between lines, what type of polymers they are used, in which type of particular usage is there, what type of drugs, biomolecules they are used. You must know each and every line of the textbook for those chapters, because they are direct questions which are asked. Next is, what is the meaning of understanding the concept and what are the tricks? For that, I will take a simple example. If a question is asked, 1 molar HCl means how many normal HCl? 1 molar H2SO4 means how many normal H2SO4 solution? 1 molar H3PO4, that is phosphoric acid, is how much H3PO4 solution? So those are the questions. If I ask, your answer here will be 1 normal. For this it will be 2 normal. For this it will be 3 normal. Because this is what we have studied superficially. Because what I will see here is 1H. So it must be 1. 2H must be 2. 3, 3. Now what is the application based questions which are asked is 1 molar H3PO3. Then what will be the normality of this solution? Then again, because you have studied superficially, your answer here will be 3. And this is where you go wrong. Because you don't know how to draw the structures for oxoacids. If I see this, how I will draw it? In this way. If I see the structure, how many OH groups are there? There are only 2 OH group. So your answer is not 3. Your answer is 2 normal solution here. So every concept you study, its depth must be clear. Next question is, what is the way of the questions which are asked? So questions which are asked, if I simplify, then about 60% of the questions, they are from your 11th and 12th textbooks directly. Now remaining 25, what you have here, 25%, they are interlinked questions. What is the meaning of interlinked? That I will take. Say for example, the question is from P block. What type of hybridization phosphorus exhibits in PCl5? Now, as it is from nature of chemical bonds, 11th standard chapter might be neglected. But there are simple tricks to calculate the type of hybridization. So, if I say here valence number of electrons 5, connecting atoms 5, total comes out to 10. I'll divide this by 2, I'll get 5. You know that from quantum mechanics, S has 1 magnetic orientation, P has 3 magnetic orientations, D has 5 and F has 7 magnetic orientations. So if I try to split this, I will have S, then I will have P3D. So what phosphorus will undergo is sp3d hybridization. So this is a superficial question or a question which can be asked in this 60% marks. Now what is that? I said they are concept based. They can ask you about the geometry of phosphorus in SpCl5. So for that, students, what you have to do is you have to see the difference between this 5 and this 5. What is the difference? There is no difference, means it is 0. So there is no lone pair in this molecule. Now what will be the geometry? For geometry, I will take this. This is 5. I'll subtract 2 from it. I'll get 3. So what is the geometry for a 3 is a triangle. What I subtracted, I'll put 1 up and 1 down. So this is the geometry for phosphorus in PCl5, and that is trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal, as there is no lone pair. So those tricks, they are interlinked questions, interlinked between nature of chemical bond, P block and periodic table. So this type of questions they are asked. Now what is remaining here is the 15% questions which are interlinked. What is the meaning of this 15%? That if I say K2Cr2O7 is getting converted to Cr3 plus, then how many coulomb of electricity is used there? So what you have to do here is the difference of the oxidation numbers. So this type of concepts which are related between your redox reactions and electrochemistry, interlinked and concept based. It can be asked for Coulomb, it can be asked for Faraday. So this type of questions they are asked in this remaining 15%. So this is the marking or the type of questions which are asked. So we cannot say that this chapter has weightage. Even the question from solid state is asked to calculate the formula or any type of semiconductor. If you know P, N, doping, any type, they can ask through this. So this is a planned study what you have to do right from your 11th beginning, and a planned study right from beginning will only help you to get a good score. So I will again say that chemistry is not easy, but it was never difficult. We have to make it interesting by simple tricks, techniques. Now what is the meaning of tricks and techniques? For that, students, first and very important thing is you must know all the elements of the periodic table. Now periodic table is very big, but it's very easy to draw it and to learn the elements. If I want to give you an example, then I can go for your halogens, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Now for me it is easy because I have practiced many times, but if you want to remember this, then you have to make a sentence out of it, make any statement out of it, your favorite statement, like first class biryani in Australia. So this type of shortcut slogans you can use to remember the halogens or the 17th group elements. Once you know the trains, once you know the atomic size trains, when you move from left to right in a period, when you move from top to bottom in a group, what happens to atomic size, ionic radii, what happens to ionization potential, electron gain enthalpy. On that basis, you can predict its reducing character, then oxidizing character, its acidic character, what is allotropy. Those all things once you are aware from the periodic table, chemistry becomes easy for inorganic. Once periodic table is done, you will understand the various types of reactions in S, P, D and F. All are trains, lanthanide contractions, what are variable oxidation numbers for your transition elements and why we call them transition, bridging elements, what are the bonds which are formed if a S block element reacts or combines with a P block element, what should be the nature of the bond. So all concepts get simplified once you are known or once you make friendship with the periodic table. So if someone has crack that CET score, students, even you can. We have to simplify chemistry in this way. We don't have to take that tension of learning the elements, find simpler tricks to understand the concept and make chemistry easy. So students, I hope this much knowledge about the complete syllabus is more than enough. What you require is a planned study, a revision of each and every concept. Lastly, I will advise you all that once you finish up with your chapter, please see to it that you are revising the chapter minimum 3 times followed by 5 mock tests. Nowadays, online mock tests they are available, or any book what you are using for your reference. You can just see the questions, try to solve them, but when you are solving them, see to it that you could complete or finish that test within time, because even time management and completing that paper in time is equally important. So students, if you want me to take any concept up to its depth, or if you want me to give you any shortcuts related to any of the topic, then please do comment in the comment box so that I can put up that video and I'll feel happy to put that video for you all. So students, stay home, stay happy, stay safe, be positive and best of luck for your coming 12th exams as well as your CET exams and the similar competitive exams. Thank you, students.